Say goodbye. No!
1993 was the moment pop culture threw everything it had at us and somehow nailed it. Movies were bold, TV was exciting in the best way, toys had us running around like paleontologists with action figures, and video games were becoming straight up legends. If you had a half a brain, you know exactly why this one sticks out. 1993 gave us some absolute gems. A Bronx Tale wasn't just a movie, it was a life lesson wrapped in mob drama. Robert De Niro played the dad everyone secretly wished they had, calm, wise, and rocking a perfect 1950s hairstyle. Now don't go falling down, where Michael Douglas basically woke up one morning, decided he'd had enough of traffic, fast food, and life in general. He went on the most stressful day trip ever put on film. It was like watching every adult's inner thoughts play out on screen.
Oh man. Fuck you, mother.
It made you want to have a loaded weapon. One, a parody so off the wall that it turned an action spoof into an action spoof of action spoofs. Emilio Estevez and Samuel L. Jackson basically turned every cop movie cliche into a punchline.
Who fired that shot?
Sergeant, that was me that fired it.
Me say I was just give me the gun.
Don't forget Coneheads. Look, nobody asked for an entire movie about a Saturday Night Live's weirdest alien family, but 1993 gave it to us anyway. It was glorious. Watching Dan Aykroyd explain why his family eats mass amounts of waffles was peak comedy. And if you didn't like waffles, you could ask, what's eating Gilbert Grape? Which gave us a young Leonardo DiCaprio turning in a performance so good that people thought it was real. It was heavy, it was emotional, and it showed that even in the middle of quirky comedies and alien cone-headed families, Hollywood could still pull on the heartstrings.
Arnie, come on down, buddy. Bye.
Speaking of families, Mrs. Doubtfire, Robin Williams in a dress, a wig, and a British accent tricked an entire family for half a movie and somehow made us cry about divorce. The man was a genius. Nobody else could have pulled that off.
Hello! Ah!
TV in 1993 was doing its own thing, and by its own thing, I mean stuff so ridiculous it somehow still works today. Beavis and Butt-Head taught us that laughing at dumb stuff on TV was an art form. These two idiots sitting on a couch somehow captured the spirit of every teenager in the 90s. Parents hated it, which only made us love it more. And then there was Legends of the Hidden Temple, a game show that made playground dodgeball look like a warm-up. Teams in matching shirts were sprinting through mazes, climbing giant steps, and getting jump scared by temple guards who looked like they'd been recruited from the nearby Chuck E. Cheese. Everyone watching at home thought they could win until you realized you couldn't put together that silver monkey statue under pressure. Now let's talk toys. Jurassic Park had stomped through theaters, so in 1993 the action figure line was king. The Command Compound playset. This wasn't just a toy, it was an entire dinosaur ecosystem on your bedroom floor. You had fences, labs, jeeps, and dinosaurs that looked like they'd eat your other action figures alive. If you had this, your house was basically Isla Nublar. Video games, absolutely peak. At home, we were glued to Star Fox on Super Nintendo, blasting through 3D space levels that blew your minds in 93. Those polygon graphics, revolutionary. That Fox in a pilot's uniform, iconic. And if you weren't saving the galaxy, you were probably in your room playing Doom. It was the game that basically invented first-person shooters and had us running around blasting demons while their parents nervously asked, wait, what exactly are you playing? And the overall feeling of 1993, it was this perfect mix of attitude, creativity, and pure fun. You had Robin Williams disguising himself as a Scottish nanny. We'd be climbing temple steps on Nickelodeon. Leonardo DiCaprio proving he was already Oscar-worthy. And gamers screaming at Doom because they'd run out of ammo. We We were building Jurassic Park in our living rooms. Teens were quoting Beavis and Butthead, and adults quietly agreeing that maybe Michael Douglas wasn't overreacting and falling down. 1993 didn't just grab you, it gave you stories, toys, shows, and games that stuck with you for decades. It was funny, groundbreaking, and unforgettable. And that's why 1993 wasn't just a good year, it was the best year ever.